This is Bitar, and he started his YouTube channel on January 8, 2026, just 6 months ago as of this video. But his YouTube channel is already making almost $22,000 a month. The magical part is his videos have no fancy editing, no cinematic shots, no B-roll. Just a guy talking to a camera with minimal edits. That's what $22,000 a month looks like on YouTube right now. And he's not alone. Nate Herk, a YouTube channel that talks about Claude, coding, and automation, makes about $28,000 a month. Chen making $6,000 a month with only 16 videos on her channel. Starter Story, $9,000 a month, and that got sold to HubSpot for millions. Honestly, that's actually really good news, especially if you're just getting started or you have been waiting for things to look perfect before you post your video. Because for the longest time, the assumption has been that YouTube rewards high quality production, better editing, better retention that leads to better growth. But these channels, they are proof that something else is driving the numbers. So what is it? What do all 4 of these channels actually have in common? I dug into all of them, and there's one pattern that keeps showing up. And once you spot it, you'll realize the thing that actually grows a channel is something you probably already have. Because when you actually look at these channels closely, the reason you're making this kind of money becomes pretty clear. What they all figured out, whether intentionally or not, is that YouTube doesn't actually reward how good your video looks. It rewards how useful your video is to the right person. That's it. That's the whole game. And we're going to walk through each channel and you'll see exactly how that plays out differently for each one of them. Because the way Mo does it, the way Nate does it, the way Mia and Starter Story do it, they all look completely different on the surface, but underneath it all, they're all doing the same thing. So let's look at Mo. If you go to his channel right now, the first thing you'll notice is how simple his videos are. Talking head, minimal cuts, no fancy graphics, just him sharing what he knows about AI. And yet, $22,000 a month. So what's actually going on here? The first thing to understand about Mo is that he didn't blow up overnight. If you scroll back to his earlier videos, the thumbnails look exactly like what you would expect from someone who just started a channel. And it's basic, a little rough around the edges, not much different from where a lot of us start. But then something shifted, his thumbnails improved, his titles got more specific, and that's when his first video went viral. After that, almost every video performed well. That isn't luck, that's someone figuring out what works and just doubling down on it. The reason Mo is making money is because Mo isn't just covering AI in a general sense. He covers AI the way someone with an engineering background covers it. Specific, informed, and most importantly, credible. And because AI is one of the most searched topics on YouTube right now, every video he posts is landing in front of an audience that is already looking for exactly what he talks about. That's the complete combination that drives his income. A trending topic delivered with genuine credibility on a consistent schedule. The content is so strong, he doesn't even need proper editing. And what that means for you is this. The topic you choose to cover matters more than how polished your video looks. If you're speaking to an audience that's already searching for answers, YouTube will find them for you. But enough about Mo, let's move on to Nate. Now, Nate is an interesting one because on the surface, his strategy looks similar to Mo's. He also covers AI, also minimal editing, also pulling in serious money at roughly $28,000 a month. But how he gets there is completely different. Mo covers AI broadly, whereas Nate goes narrow. More specifically, he focuses on Claude AI, and he covers it almost exclusively. Things like new feature drops, updates, walkthroughs, use cases for his business, that is his forte. And here's where it gets interesting. Look at how often he posts, sometimes once a day, sometimes even twice a day. That's not consistency, that's a deliberate strategy. The reason is because Claude is releasing new features at a pace that most people can barely keep up with. And every time a new feature drops, there are thousands of people on YouTube searching for someone to explain it. Nate makes sure he's the first result they find. That's the real reason behind the money. He's not just making videos, he's capturing search traffic at exactly the moment demand is highest. Get in first, squeeze those views and revenue dry. And the only way that's even possible is with minimal editing. There's no way he can send a video to an editor and wait 2 days. There is simply no time for that. The window is too short. So the zero edits approach isn't just a style choice for Nate, it's what makes the entire strategy work. What this shows you is that you don't need to cover everything. Sometimes the smarter move is to go deep on one specific thing and just be the most reliable person covering it. You can win by owning a corner of your niche and show up there faster than anyone else. So at this point, if you have been paying attention, you have probably already spotted it that Mo and Nate are doing the same thing, just from slightly different angles. They're both essentially running a news channel for AI. The moment something new drops, they're already recording. The moment something trends, they are already publishing. Their channels work because they have positioned themselves as the fastest, most reliable source for people who want to stay on top of AI without having to dig for it. That's the pattern: speed and focus. Be the first person to cover what your audience is already searching for. And what that tells us about YouTube as a whole is it isn't just a platform for big entertainment budgets or Mr. Beast style productions. There is a massive audience out there looking for videos that are genuinely informative and useful, channels that respect their viewers' time. 5 figures a month from a talking head video isn't an anomaly. It's what happens when you consistently show up for the right audience with the right information at the right time. The editing was never the point. In fact, for Mo and Nate, keeping it minimal is what gives them the speed to make the strategy work in the first place. So if someone ever tells you your video needs to look more polished before it's worth posting, you now have 2 channels pulling in over $20,000 a month that says otherwise. Now, a fair question at this point is, what if AI just isn't your thing? After all, Mo and Nate are both riding one of the biggest trending topics on the internet right now. Does the same pattern hold up in a completely different niche? Surprisingly, yes, and Starter Story is the proof. Starter Story makes around $9,000 a month and eventually sold his channel to HubSpot for millions. There is no AI content, no trending tech news. His channel is about interviews with small business owners, solopreneurs, and everyday hardworking entrepreneurs who are quietly building something remarkable. Each video follows a simple format. Here's someone who built a business, here's their playbook, here's what it's actually making. That's it. And it works because the format answers a question a huge audience is already asking. Is that actually possible for someone like me? Every interview is essentially proof that it is possible. What's worth noting is that Starter Story didn't blow up overnight the way Mo did. It took a couple of years to gain real traction, but that's actually the more encouraging story here because it means you don't have to chase a trending topic or post twice a day to make this work. You just have to consistently show up for an audience that cares about what you are covering. He built that entire channel without heavy editing. No flashy cuts, no production budget, just genuine conversations with people who had something worth hearing. And the HubSpot acquisition happens because the channel had built real trust with a real audience. The community is what the value is, not the production. And then we have Mia Chen, and she is the one that might surprise you the most because at first glance, she shouldn't be winning. She makes $6,000 a month with just 16 videos, and she is in one of the most overly saturated niches on YouTube, the here's what my life looks like vlog format. That space is crowded. Most channels doing exactly that are going nowhere. So why is Mia different? Because she doesn't do what every other vlogger does. Most vloggers show you their highlight reels, the beautiful moments, the fun experiences, the bright side of things. And that's fine, but after a while, it starts to feel a little disconnected from reality and maybe even make you feel bad about yourself. Mia, on the other hand, shows you the reality. She's not complaining, she's not being negative, but because she's genuinely not interested in pretending things are better than they are. She lets you sit in the uncomfortable moments, she doesn't sugarcoat, and that vulnerability is exactly what makes her channel connect with people in a way that polished, cheerful vlogs simply don't. That emotional honesty is what drives her views. When viewers feel like they're watching something real, they watch longer, they comment more, and they come back. YouTube notices all of that and keeps pushing her content to more people. There's one more thing worth pointing out about Mia. She also shows that language is not a barrier. You don't need to be a native English speaker with perfect delivery to build an audience that responds to you. What her channel proves is that in a saturated niche, authenticity is the differentiator. You don't need a new idea, you just need to show up more honestly than everyone else already doing it. So let's bring all four of this together because the pattern is pretty hard to ignore at this point. Mo, Nate, Style Story, Mia, 4 different niches, 4 different styles, 4 different audiences, and yet they're all doing the same 2 things. First, they show up for a specific audience with content that actually serves the audience. Not theories, not filler, but real information, real stories, real answers to questions people are already asking. Every video has a reason to exist beyond just posting for the sake of posting. Second, they put value first and let everything else come second, including the editing. And the second one is the part that should change how you think about your own channel, because there's this unspoken rule on YouTube that your video needs to look a certain way before it's worth posting. That production quality is the price of entry. That if it doesn't look polished, nobody will watch. These 4 channels collectively make over $65,000 a month, and they are proof that the rule was never true. The money on YouTube has always followed the value. The editing was just a distraction. So if you have been waiting until your setup looks better, or your editing gets tighter, or you can afford to pay someone to do it for you, you now know that you need to stop waiting. Just pick a topic, show up for your audience, be genuinely useful to them, and remember, create the videos your audience wants and YouTube will take care of the rest.